stuff. A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Home Choir. And today, as I've just been saying, we're learning a trio by Handel. This one comes from the Utrecht Jubilate, and it's a piece from sort of the early half of Handel's life. He just arrived in England and he was trying to impress the royals, and he did a very good job. This particular piece is a trio for alto, tenor, bass. As I've just been saying, the sopranos are very, very much invited to sing along with the alto part, and I think you're all going to love it. It's a really splendid little piece of music. I'm just looking ahead to the rest of this week. Remember, Friday is not going to be a fun Friday. We're going to sing a Friends Friday instead, and we're going to learn Stand By Me. We're going to sing some other great songs like Side by Side, Viva la Company, all songs about being together and drawing strength from each other. I thought that was a better theme for this Friday than what we had planned. The Don't Bring Lulu broadcast, which was going to go out this week, will be delayed by 2 weeks. And as I say, we'll sing something very much about supporting each other. Our Sing Sunday is all about Bach and Handel this week. And remember, there'll be no broadcast on Monday as it is Her Majesty's funeral. And there won't be a broadcast on Friday next week either, as yours truly will be in Bergen again. This time for the performance of the Mass of Life. Now, all of this information is going to be on the newsletter. Now, this is an update to the last newsletter you had. It will be going out after this broadcast, and massive thanks to Anna, who's been working away to make sure it's got everything you need. So the newsletter, the updated one, will be coming out in an hour or so. Keep an eye on your inbox, and that'll have all the links for the next week and a half to take us past the Queen's funeral and so on. All right, everyone. So we're going to get warmed up, and then it's time to sing some Handel. So if I could ask you all, please, to stand if you haven't already done so. And just glancing at the comments, I see Nikki's here. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Soraya. Hello to Epi. Hello, Shan. Hello, all of you. Splendid to see you. Hello, Elizabeth and Colette. And wonderful to welcome so many people. There's Christine as well. Wonderful stuff. Right, let's roll our shoulders around, shall we, everyone? Rolling the shoulders around and then roll them back the other way. Just to loosen the muscles. Don't be hard on yourselves. Be kind. Be gentle. Wonderful stuff. I just see the levels a little low. I'm just going to turn up the sound a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Blah, 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 blah. Good. Almost like it's worth popping up early and doing a sound check, isn't it? Shoulders up to your ears, everyone. Deep breath, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders fall and relax. Here we go. Hello, Sarah. Good afternoon to you. Rolling our head one way, stretching the muscles, and the other way. Hello, Angela. Hello, Marie. Wonderful to welcome all of you. And roll the shoulders forward. Great. Thank you ever so much, everyone. Let's just do some nice... Oh, we're in harpsichord mode already. So let's just sing to Ma. And Ma, 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 Ma. And again, Ma, 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 Ma. Ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. And yo. Yo, 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 yo. And again, yo, 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 yo. And you, 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 you. And again, you, 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 you. Now, ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Now, sopranos and tenors up with me, altos and basses down the octave. And we're going to sing yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. One more. Yeah, 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 yeah. Splendid. Thank you so much, everybody. Now, before we start this lovely Handel, we need to sing happy birthday to a number of choristers. Today, we are celebrating the birthday of Karen and of Ray. So, Karen and Ray celebrating their birthdays today. And many, many happy returns to both of you. Tomorrow, dear Carol, Peter and Ruth are celebrating their birthday. So happy birthday to all three of you. And then on Friday, Jill, and she is celebrating her birthday on Friday. Now, we will be here on Friday, and we'll probably sing happy birthday to her anyway, but she's here live today and won't be with us live on Friday. So happy birthday to Jill for Friday. So that is, if you can remember that already, that's Karen, Ray and Carol, Peter, Ruth and Jill. I'll say that again. Karen, Ray and Carol, Peter, Ruth and Jill. And we're going to sing in the Baroque style happy birthday to those 6 choristers. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen, Ray, Carol, Peter, Ruth, and Jill. Well done. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns to all three of you, and all six of you even, I can't count. All six of you, have a fantastic day, and thank you for being part of Home Choir. Now, I think we should crack on. We have 3 parts to learn. 6 parts? 5 parts? 3 parts to learn. Turning into Monty Python and the Holy Grail here. And this is the score. Now, if you have a look in the description, you'll find a link to the Utrecht Jubilate score. We're obviously not singing the whole thing. We're singing just this lovely trio here, which is called For the Lord is Gracious. And we're going to turn to the organ sound here. So it's got this lovely G minor. It's a really lovely sort of lilting feel, even though it's in common time. And this is very much Handel auditioning for the role of organist and basically organist of the Chapel Royal. He is writing in a very British style here. He's writing after, of course, Mr. Henry Purcell, who was the superstar composer. Even though he'd been dead for quite some time by the time that Handel arrived, his music was still very much the de rigueur, if you like. It was the music that everyone wanted to emulate. So Handel came along. He was really the first major composer to nail the style and then bring in other elements. And so by doing that, he very much caught the public's imagination, and in particular the imagination of the royals, who paid him £20 a year for having written this particular piece of music. That is a substantial sum of money in the early 1700s. So good on you, George. Now let's have a look at this. We're going to start off with the tenor part, because they're the part that starts the entire work. We'll work through it, we'll sing it with the recording, we'll then learn the alto part and then the bass part. Today's broadcast will probably be about 40 minutes in total, that is to say finishing about 20 to 3. If you need to go early, that's absolutely fine, but we will be singing this whole thing on Sunday. Now, if we have a look here in bar 5, the tenors start, and you have a little bit of an introduction. You've got this nice little perfect cadence there, and the tenor comes in. It's on the 4th beat, so it's 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, He's gracious. Okay, so it's all just notes of the G minor arpeggio. After 3, 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, He's gracious. Lovely. We're leaning, of course, on gracious because it's on the strong beat. We then jump up. So we sing, He's gracious, He's gracious. Sing that with me after 2. 1, 2. He's gracious, He's gracious. Lovely. Then up to the G. Bear in mind, this is all at Baroque pitch, so it's a semitone lower than written. Now, of course, what Handel's writing is his mercies everlasting, and because Handel is a genius at word painting, the word everlasting lasts for a long time. So his mercy from the end of this this system here, so it's 1, 2. His mercy is everlasting. Now, hopefully you can sing that in one breath. I was talking before I started singing. If you need to breathe, though, breathe wherever you like. Now, from that bar, this is now bar 11. We've landed on that D. We come in on the 2nd beat. So we snatch a breath. We've just sung, Asting, the Lord is gracious is. Okay, so let's go from the Lord is in bar 11, coming in on the 2nd beat. Huge breath. And 1. The Lord is 1. Gracious is. Excellent. You notice we're kind of bouncing off the beat. We then sing gracious is, and careful here, E natural and C natural. So sing those last 3 notes here on the page for the tenors. Ready, 2, 3. Gracious is. Excellent. And then on bar 13. So we've got two different kind of harmonies here. Gracious is gracious. I've got the words there. Is gracious, is gracious. Let's sing that bar. Bar 13, tenors. Ready? And 1. Is gracious, is gracious. And then His mercy is everlasting. Listen to the pitches there, starting on the G, so it's 1. Yeah, very subtle word painting there on everlasting. So let's go from the start of the page for the tenors, okay? Bar 13 and 1. Is gracious, is gracious, His mercy is everlasting. Excellent. The total length on last is 4 beats, so just bear in mind. You'll need to count there. And then... Okay, so it is. This last bar on the page, it is... His mercy is everlasting. Now, just be careful there, because you've got F naturals. You've just been singing F sharp, so just be aware of that when you come to sing it. Now, carrying on, bar 18. This is sort of bringing back the first idea. So we sing 1. The Lord is gracious, and then is gracious. That's probably the trickiest bit, I think. Just getting that leap. It's a 6th. So just sing that third bar on the page. Bar 19 is gracious. Ready? And 1. Is gracious. Excellent. And then is gracious. Listen. So this is the second half of bar 19. And 3 is gracious. Excellent. Let's go from the start of the page. Straight on the lasting there, please, tenors. Bar 17 and lasting. And 1. The Lord is gracious and is gracious. Is gracious. Excellent. And then... That's quite a nice little tune, isn't it? His mercy is everlasting. Just be careful. That note on ever is the same as his. Sing that for me. Okay, it's the last bar on the page. And 1. His mercy is everlasting. Lovely. Careful of the E flat. Doing really well. And then on bar 21 we sing His mercy is everlasting. Listen again. Good. Sing for me from bar 21 and 1. His mercy is everlasting. And then His mercy is everlasting. This is why I think altos would enjoy this line as much as tenors. Okay, so here His mercy goes back to the B flat, which we just sang on, is everlasting. His mercy goes back there. So let's sing from the third note in bar 22, His mercy. 1, 2. His mercy is everlasting. Just that last bit. With me, 3, 4. Is everlasting. Excellent. Well done. Now, the basses start this incredibly long note, which I'll be teaching them very shortly. We come in tenors then after the first beat. So we sing 4, 1. For the Lord is gracious. And it's almost exactly the same as at the start, but this one is syncopated, bouncing off the first beat. For the Lord. So let's sing that. The last bar on the page here, please. And 1. For the Lord is gracious. 3, 4. And then this is the really, I think, the nicest part in the entire movement. The tenors clash with the basses, and we sing His mercy is everlasting. Okay, listen to that again. Just watch out. There's several parts there where the notes are syncopated, moving against the beat. So listen to it, just the pitches. So the last note on bar 25, it is His mercy is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's have a go at that together. His mercy. Nice deep breath. 3, 4. His mercy is everlasting. Fabulous. It's a really nice moment. Just wait till you sing it. Now, the next system, you don't sing. That's basses and altos. And we come in here and we've got 3 more systems. Total of 12 bars to go. Tenor's doing really well. This is where things get very Purcellian indeed. And we start to get lots of chromatic movement, moving by semitone. And this is the second theme, if you like. And his truth endures from generation to generation. And the chromaticism is basically kind of indicating the growth and the thing moving through. The truth moving through the generations. So that is 1, and his truth endures from generation. Okay, just being careful of that chromatic line. So, and his truth, and 1, and his truth endures from generation. Excellent, and then to generation. Okay, quite a long generation there. So follow it from the 3rd bar here on the page, bar 35, to genere. So it is 1, 2, genere. 1. Okay, so let's sing that together. In fact, let's go from the start of this line, bar 33, and his truth. Nice deep breath. 1, and his truth endures from generation to generation. Excellent. Apologies for the little slip there with the notes on screen. Now, carrying on. Okay, so we start on an A, we climb chromatically, and then end up back where we started. Let's sing together. This is the last note of bar 37, 3, 4. From generation. And just be careful, those are crotchets there. Now, 1 more line to learn. We've just sung an A. We now come in on a G here, and we sing from generation, from generation to generation. Now I know that's a top B flat, and all the male tenors out there are going, what? It's that baroque pitch, so it's not quite as high as all that, although I do concede Handel is expecting a lot from his soloists here. So let's sing from the last note on the page to generation. Ready? 2, 3. To generation, from generation. Lovely. It's just that last section from generation there in the 2nd bar on screen, starting there, and 1 from generation to generation. Excellent. Well done, tenors. That's brilliant. Now, looking at the clock, I can already tell this is going to be an epic one, so make sure you're sitting comfortably. We're going to go through that from the beginning, and I'm going to play and sing the tenor part, and then we'll get to the altos and then the basses. As I say, it's going to be a long one today, everyone. which is fine from my point of view. If you have to go, if you're busy, well, completely understand. But I want to make sure we go through this enough times. I'm not just going to get to the end and go back to the beginning and teach the next part. I think we do need to sing it each time. So let's enjoy a sing through. And I'll just get this ready here. So the Lord is gracious. Let's enjoy the opening here. Who's here in the comments? Lots of lovely people. Fabulous. 10 altos have got it. Indeed you have. I think I'm going to treat myself to some Patchway Cathedral acoustic. Are we ready, tenors? 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious, is gracious, is gracious, his mercy is everlasting. The Lord is 1. Gracious is 3. Gracious is gracious, is gracious, his mercy is breath, and 1. For the Lord is gracious. 2, 3, 4. His mercy is everlasting. 2. Basses. Here come altos and sopranos. Ready, tenors, deep breath, and 1. And his truth endures from generation to generation. Let the organ play out, but that is the first of 3 parts today, everyone. Let's take it back to the beginning whilst the organ resets itself, and we will learn the alto part. So, yes. Tum, tum, tum. No tears here. Definitely finishing in G minor. Okay, so now back to bar 11, and we have the alto part come in here. Now the altos, you actually get your note quite handily given to you by the tenors in bar 11. That's your note. They sing, sting, and you bounce off that first beat in a syncopated manner, and you sing 1. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious. Sing that with the altos and sopranos. Deep breath, and 1. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious. Fabulous. Now, just be careful. Just before you come in, there is a D major chord. And he takes us straight back to D minor. So just be careful. That's definitely an F natural there. So we've just sung is gracious, is gracious. Our next bit is... Okay. Is gracious, is gracious. Sing that for me, please. Sops and altos. 3, 4. Is gracious, is gracious. And then... So... Is mercy. Sing for me. 3, 4. Is mercy. Now I think, actually, that's a misprint. That is a misprint. We sing a D. His mercy. Okay, I'm sure I've recorded a D because on my original Handel score it's a D. So apologies for that. The note there on his in the first bar on this page here is a D. Be ready for that. So let's sing. Coming in straight on gracious. Start of the page. Ready? 3, 4. Gracious is gracious. His mercy. Excellent. And then is everlasting. There in bar 15. Ready? And 1. Is everlasting. Excellent. Then a nice bright fourth on the word everlasting with a little bit of twiddly stuff at the end. So from the last bar and note here on the page, it goes 3, 4. Is everlasting. There's that word painting again. Handel telling us what the words mean in the music. Is everlasting, please. 3, 4. Is everlasting. Brilliant. Now, if you are singing this as a soloist, I would advise you to decorate that little A there. Put in a little trill, and you are very welcome to ornament and decorate your note at home. Now, bar 18, we've just finished there on a B flat. We carry on that pitch. So we sing 1. The Lord is gracious, is gracious, is gracious. Really nice little line here for sops and altos. After 1 and 1. The Lord is gracious, is gracious, is gracious. Excellent. Well done. And then, so we start on the B flat, and then we go to a B natural. So it is, His mercy is everlasting. Lovely. With me, please. After 1 and 1. His mercy is everlasting. Excellent. And do enjoy these words. His mercy is everlasting. Handel has done a huge amount to bring these words to life. So make sure you're doing that at home. And then, His mercy is everlasting. Lord is... Oh, hang on. There we are. Excuse me. Okay. So now we sing. This is probably the trickiest bit, actually, just because the pitches don't do exactly what you'd expect in bar 21. So to begin with, it's easy. It's 1. His mercy. Sing that for me. And 1. His mercy. And then... Is everlasting. Doesn't do what you'd expect. Sing that for me a couple of times. 2, 3. Is everlasting. And again. Is everlasting. One more. Is everlasting. So remember B flat there on lasting. From the start of the page, from bar 21 and 1. His mercy is everlasting. And then His mercy is everlasting. That's a really nice way of wrapping up the phrase, isn't it? Sing that for me. After 2, 1, 2. His mercy is everlasting. Excellent. Well done. Now that D, we've just finished there. The basses take it up and they hold it for a very, very long time. The tenor then rises to that note and we pick it up there in the last 2 notes on the system. As you can see here, we sing 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious. And that's another nice little solo twiddle. Dum, da-da-dum, bum, bum. Very Handelian. Da-da-dum, da-dum. So, for the Lord is gracious. Okay, so let's sing that together after 3. Deep breath. 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious. When you sing gracious, just make sure your mouth is opening nice and wide so you get that nice sort of whoosh on that syllable. Okay, we then get this lovely clash. Now we come in. Lovely line for the altos and sopranos. So his mercy is everlasting. So it comes in after 1 and it's 1. His mercy is everlasting. Sing that with me, please. After 1, 4, 1. His mercy is everlasting. Excellent. Lovely. Now, we've got a couple of bars at the start of the next line, which is just organ. The bass comes in. We come in, answering him. And his truth endures from generation. Now, that's a little bit unexpected. Listen to it again. Okay, it makes a lot of sense with the harmony when we get there, but to begin with, it's a bit unusual. Let's sing it together. 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation. Lovely. And then straight away we come down to generation. Listen. So let's go straight into Asian. Start of the line. Ready? 3, 4. Ration to generation. Let's do that again. And ration to generation. And then really nice bit there. So we start on the G. From generation. Making sure we're coming down to the A flat there instead of the G. Let's sing that together, altos. 3, 4. From generation. And then to generation. Again, a very Handelian line. Listen to that from To Jenna. The last 3 notes here on the system. 3. And so let's sing together from To Generation. Last 3 notes here. This side. Last 3 notes from Jenna. Or To Jenna, I should say. Ready? 2. In after 2. 1, 2. To generation. Excellent. Now we let the basses. And then we have some more nice chromaticism starting here. From generation to generation. Listen to that again. Sing that with me. 2, 3. From generation to generation. And then the last phrase is to from generation to generation. Listen to the pitches. So let's sing together. That's this last phrase, bar 42, from generation after 2, 1, 2. From generation to generation. There we are. So let's enjoy this from the beginning again. This time it's the altos, and then we'll have a look at the bass part, which is absolutely splendid. As I say, today is going to be a long one because it's one of those pieces of music. I want to take the time to make sure you're happy with it, and we've sung it enough times. So here we go again, this time with the altos. Enjoy. Lovely to see Amy here. Say hi, Amy. Great to see you. So here come the tenors. That's your note when you come in. There it is again. There it is. Deep breath. And one. For the Lord is gracious, and is gracious, up to the D. Same note. That's the note you'll want in a minute. Deep breath. And for the Lord is gracious. Deep breath. His mercies everlasting. Excellent. So here come the basses. 1, 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation to generation, from generation to deep breath and from generation to generation. Doesn't that sound like Purcell at the end? He really knew what he was doing, didn't he, old George? Well, everyone, I'm so glad everyone's enjoying it. So lush. Wow, the harmonies, they really are splendid, aren't they? So we're going to go back to the beginning. You've got to let it finish. Now, there we are. Thank you, Mr. Handel. Marvellous. Now, apologies again. This session is overrunning. I said it'd be done by 23. Absolute poppycock. Let's aim for just before 3 o'clock. If you have to go, completely understand. This is turning into an epic session, as we sometimes have, but it's great music, so I hope you're enjoying it. Now, the tenors, the altos, they have had their parts taught to them, so it's the basses. And the basses, actually, we don't come in, chaps, until bar 17. Okay, so we can start quite a long way through. Now, when you do come in, you get, obviously, the tune, which has been introduced by the tenors and given to the altos. Okay, so it is after 3, 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious. Okay, just as earlier on with the tenors, same pitches, same impetus, same inflection, and so on. Just make sure you're leaning with nice impulses. That's the word I was looking for. Gracious is gracious. Sing with me, please, chaps. 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious. Excellent. And then we stick in an is gracious. Nice chesty voice there, please. After 2, 1, 2. Is gracious. Okay, and then it's a little bit trickier. His mercy is everlasting. Listen again. With me. And his mercy is everlasting. Excellent. Let's just finish the phrase and then we'll sing from the beginning. And then his mercy is everlasting. Sing for me from the last note here. And his mercy is everlasting. Excellent. Let's go from your first entry, please, basses. Bar 17, after 3, 2, 3. For the Lord is gracious, is gracious, is gracious. His mercy is everlasting. His mercy is everlasting. Lovely. And then his mercy, his mercy. Listen again. Okay, let's sing together after 1 and 1. His mercy, his mercy. Now here you need to basically breathe through your feet, breathe through your ears. This is a huge challenge. Now what I'm going to suggest to you, basses, is that you snatch huge breaths in between each of the early phrases on the page, just here. So after you sing mercy, take a huge breath. Is everlasting, huge breath. His mercy, huge breath. His mercy, huge breath. Is everlasting. Now that is one of the most demanding things I've ever seen written for the bass voice, certainly in the Baroque era. So how long does that everlasting note last? Well, it's 2 plus 4 plus 4.5. So 10.5 very slow beats, and then goes into a melismatic line. Breathe wherever you like, and please feel free to use your falsetto voices to get through that. Is everlasting. Let's sing together, basses, and may God have mercy on your souls. Deep breath. And 1 is everlasting. It's great fun, but my goodness me, you do need to be able to breathe through your ears. Let's carry on, shall we please, chaps? And looking at the bottom of the next system, you come in first, having waited to be last time. Okay, so let's look at that together. 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation. Apologies, press the wrong button. Let's sing that together. 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation. We drop down, then we climb again. To generation. Sing with me from to Jenna. 1, 2. To generation. And then, and his truth endures from generation. Sing together. 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation. Then up the octave to generation. So descending and then dotted. Let's sing together. And 1, 2 generation. Good. Then you take a breath and you sing. And his truth endures from generation. Careful there. Okay, listen to it again. Here. E flat, E natural, D, A. Sing with me. A. And again. A. Lovely. Now A-shun and A-shun. Let's go from and his truth. And 1. And his truth endures from generation. Great. Then we jump up the octave to generation. Listen again. 1. Let's sing together. 1, 2, to generation. And the last phrase is from generation to generation. Okay, listen to it. Let's sing together after 2. 1, 2. From generation to generation. There we go. Fabulous. Now, what we'll do, folks, is we're going to sing that from the beginning with the basses, and then we're going to have it again. So there's still probably another 10 minutes of broadcast to go. It is turning into a proper Handel epic, and I hope you're enjoying it. This really is one of my favourite bits from that early period in Handel's life. You can see why Queen Anne was showering him, making it rain, Baroque style. Here we go. Let's have the bass version from the beginning. Let's start off with the organ again because it's so nice. How's everyone doing in the comments today? Good. So we've got a while yet. Here come the tenors. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Here come the altos. Hope you're singing out there. Sops too. Don't forget the D here. Are you ready, basses? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Lord is gracious, He's gracious, He's gracious, His mercy is everlasting, His mercy is everlasting, His mercy is everlasting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. faster with the spaces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And his truth endures from generation to generation, and his truth endures from generation to Fantastic. So everyone, we're going to have that one more time because I believe in being thorough in these matters. We're going to have the score moving on screen, and I'm not going to play or sing any of it. I'm going to leave it to the wonderful choir of Patchway Cathedral, and then we will sing the whole thing on Sunday morning as part of Sing Sunday. It's been an epic afternoon of Handel. I hope you've enjoyed it, and let's sing it from the beginning. Here we go. Well, there we are, everyone. An epic session for an epic piece. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, those of you that have made it through the entire live session. I think it's fair to say we put everything into that, and I hope you had fun this afternoon.